2020 wasn't just a pandemic, it was also an infodemic. It mainstreamed conspiracy theories, amplified narratives which were otherwise hard to digest. With the new year, we thought we'd left all of this behind. But just like the virus, conspiracy theories too are back. Who set the ball rolling this time? This leader, Jair Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil. Before we delve into his theory, the one that he's promoting now, you must know a few things about the man. Throughout 2020, Mr. Bolsonaro downplayed the severity of this virus. He refused to wear a mask in public. He rejected calls for a lockdown. He questioned the efficacy of the vaccines, even said that it might turn you into an alligator, among other things. He advised his supporters to do the same. The result is this. Today, Brazil, which has just a quarter of India's population, is the third worst hit country in the world. More than 14 million cases, more than 400,000 deaths. Bolsonaro faces a criminal investigation and a possible impeachment over the current state of affairs in his country. With his political future on a sticky wicket, he has suddenly come to realize that the virus is, in fact, quite lethal. That it could be part of a biological war. But does he have proof? He says his military does. You must listen to this.
It's a new virus. Nobody knows if it was born in a lab or because a human ate some animal they shouldn't have. But it is there. And the military knows all about this chemical, biological and radiological warfare. Could we be fighting a new war? I guess. Which country's GDP has grown the most? I'm not going to tell you.
Será que nós estamos enfrentando uma nova guerra? Qual o país que mais cresceu seu PIB? Não vou dizer para você.
Needless to say, China won't be happy. What Bolsonaro just said is nothing new though. Time and again we've heard similar theories. The virus is not natural, it was made in a lab, it's a bioweapon, and that it could spread even through 5G. Now this may sound disappointing, but all of these, at best, remain theories. Scientists say there is no evidence whatsoever to back any of these claims, or perhaps they couldn't come across any concrete evidence. Perhaps because of the control that China has on the flow of information. Whatever be the reason, there is no proof. So this is where the lab and bio-warfare theory stands. Scientists say if the virus were indeed engineered, there would be evidence of the original genetic code in its DNA, meaning it would have proof of any additions or deletions. But they couldn't find any such change in its natural occurrence. But was the virus leaked? At the onset of the pandemic, there were numerous reports on how the virus accidentally escaped from the Wuhan Institute of Virology. The WHO team which traveled to China to probe its origins could find no such proof. But then again, it could be because they did not go there in time, or they went under strict supervision of the Chinese. And they also went in January this year, a good 13 months after the virus was first reported. And they came back with more questions than answers. Now, in its report, the WHO team said there were many coronaviruses at the institute, but SARS-CoV-2, what we call the Wuhan virus, was not among them. And hence, the leak hypothesis was extremely unlikely. But the WHO Director General, Dr. Tedros, has said that he does not believe, that his team's assessment of the lab leak possibility was extensive enough, which is very interesting. So he called for a deeper probe into the lab theory. This was on the 31st of March this year. Today is the 6th of May, and the health body is still evaluating how to move forward with its probe. So Mr. Bolsonaro can do two things. Either make his military show us the proof, or wait for the WHO to travel back all the way to China, which we doubt will solve this mystery at all.